Now at 5, Richard Allen sentenced. The man who killed Delphi teens Abby Williams and Libby German gets the maximum 130 years in prison. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Mullins. Judge Fran Gull today sentenced Allen in Carroll County after his conviction on all counts last month. The two girls were killed in February of 2017. Allen received 65 years for each murder. He was arrested a little more than 2 years ago, 5 years after the teens' murders. The crime left their families heartbroken and rocked the small Delphi community.
This community has embraced our families from day one and continues to lift us up and support us. And again, for that, I'll always be grateful.
I keep hearing the word closure. People are coming up to me saying, I bet that you're glad that there's finally closure. There will never be any closure in this case. The Germans and the Williams family lost their daughters, their granddaughters, their siblings. Justice, a form of justice was served, but it does not bring Abby or Libby back.
In handing down the sentence, Judge Gull said in her 27 years as a criminal court judge, this ranked as one of the most heinous crimes. WRTV's Caitlin Kendall was in the courtroom every day for the trial and for today's sentencing. She joins us now with the story of a woman who was singled out at the post-sentencing news conference for pointing investigators in Allen's direction. Caitlin, tell us a little bit about this.
I will get to Kathy Shank in just a moment, Mark. A lot actually happened in court today, including 6 victim impact statements made from both the family of Abby Williams and Libby German. The defense took a moment to say some words, as did the prosecution. But as you just mentioned, after the sentence was read, many investigators took time in that news conference. Even the prosecutor took time in the news conference to praise one woman named Kathy Shank, who they say found a misfiled report that cracked this entire case wide open.
September 21st, 2022, it was my deceased husband's birthday.
A date that already held significance for Delphi resident Kathy Shank. A day that changed everything for the Delphi double murders trial.
I'll not forget that day.
It's a day Shank discovered a misfiled tip in the command center for the investigation.
I basically call it divine intervention.
Right place, right time. Shank says they were moving offices when she opened a drawer and found a box with a report filed by an investigator of an interview where Richard Allen spoke with police about being on the Monon High Bridge February 13th of 2017, the day Abby and Libby went missing.
When I found that, I realized that I had not heard of this person, and I went to the file drawer and found the actual file for Richard Allen Whiteman at that time, as it had been written.
A mistake on the filed report. The street name Allen lived on added to his last name on the case file, which made just enough room for Allen to slip through the cracks for 5 years.
And basically, I put the 2 and 2 together, took it to Tony, and we went from there.
It was her discovery that the investigative team credits for solving this case.
It's very humbling, very humbling. I did it because I like to serve. I like to help people, and that's what I did.
It was her work that gave police the tip they needed to arrest Allen. The timeline, investigators say, places Allen at the scene of the crime.
And they just went into action and did what needed to be done, and here we are today.
As for her feelings on the verdict and the sentence,
the justice has been served.
Now, Richard Allen's family was not inside of the courtroom during the sentencing today. I was told by members of the defense team it's because Richard Allen requested that they did not show up today. The defense team also declined to comment about the verdict and, of course, today's sentencing. Mark?
Well, Caitlin, we understand Allen's family was not in the courtroom, but the families of Abby Williams and Libby German were in the courtroom today, and they were allowed to speak before the sentencing was handed down. What did they say?
Yeah, the judge allowed any family members who wanted an opportunity to speak to read their victim impact statements. 6 family members, including the grandparents of both Abby and Libby, and a cousin of Libby and Libby's mom also spoke. And they were very emotional. It's a moment in court I'll never forget. They were emotional talking about the time that was taken away, the memories that were taken away as to what the future could have held for both Abby and Libby, and the future that was robbed of these girls. And so they just wanted everyone, including the judge, to take into consideration before delivering that sentence, to take account and into the lives that were lost and what was taken from them. And all of those family members actually took a moment to look Richard Allen in the eyes, and they kind of got poignant with him and got direct with him, saying that they've been in a living hell and they want Richard Allen to live in one now for the rest of his life. So it was emotional, it was hard, and at times it was harsh, but they wanted Richard Allen to hear their message loud and clear. Mark?
Such a long road to get to this point. Our Caitlin Kendall live for us in Carroll County tonight. Caitlin, thank you. Well, now that Richard Allen has been sentenced, his lawyers say they will be appealing this. WRTV's Meredith Hackler joining us now with that process and how it works. Meredith?
Yeah, Mark, Richard Allen's lawyer has 30 days starting today to file an appeal on Allen's behalf. Nothing has been filed yet, but experts say it could take some time for that filing to take place. So here is how it works. The defendant, Richard Allen, and his attorney would begin by filing a notice of appeal with the clerk of the court. Now, the clerk is located in the State House, but according to the Court of Appeals, the documentation will be filed electronically. The defense must also file their brief. Once that is done, it can take from 2 to 6 months to get on the Court of Appeals docket. The Court of Appeals says, on average, it takes a little more than 2 months. Many times, the court decides appeals without oral arguments, but one IU law expert says it is likely there will be oral arguments in this case. She feels Allen's lawyers will appeal based on how the trial was handled and several other factors.
They'll contend that they should have been allowed basically to present their defense that others were involved and that this basically involved ritual murder and conducted by practitioners of onanism, and Richard Allen was not involved and their client was innocent.
Now, there are 15 Court of Appeals judges in Indiana. 3 will be randomly selected to oversee the appeal, assuming one is filed by Allen's attorneys. Mark?
And Meredith, throughout the trial, cameras were not allowed in the courtroom. So with this new process, will cameras be allowed if there are oral arguments in the Court of Appeals?
Mark, all Court of Appeals oral arguments are live streamed to the public, just like Supreme Court arguments in the state of Indiana. One thing to note, though, Richard Allen likely will not be at the Court of Appeals, which is located in the State House. He can request to be there, but a representative from the Court of Appeals tells me that that is rare.
Our Meredith Hackler with the answers tonight from our newsroom tonight. Meredith, thank you.